Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are the odds couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. It's Super Bowl week, 1 week before the Super Bowl. We're going down to Punta Cana, right, Mike Brenner?
Buddy.
And we got an assignment for today's video, which is to discuss what factors we look at when handicapping the NFL in general, which is, of course, always an interesting topic, right, Mike Brenner?
Absolutely.
And I don't know if here's the thing: like if I had one factor that I knew was very valuable for handicapping the NFL, there's no way in hell I would.
I was going to say, I guarantee we wouldn't talk about it.
But this video is going to be based on a thread in sportsbookreview.com at sbrforum.com.
Yeah.
So we can talk about what's in there. I would say that in general, when it comes to factors in sports betting or basically anything in the world, people don't give stuff away for free, right? Yeah. So if you're getting something for free, likelihood is, not guaranteed, but likelihood is the value is not very high.
Wait a minute. We give away stuff for free, and our value is pretty damn good, I think.
Yes. I'm not talking about individual picks. I'm talking about in terms of like strategies.
Strategies,
like
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes,
sure. No, I agree 100%.
Yes, but all right. So Mike Brenner, this article, well, the first thing it talks about is turnovers, which is obviously something that people mention all the time. It's obviously, when you're looking at the Super Bowl, if one team has, a 2 turnover edge over the other team this upcoming Super Bowl, it doesn't matter who, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, whatever, the team with the super turnover advantage is probably going to win.
Yep.
Huge in NFL.
And injuries is also another big variable.
And injuries is also big. Yes, obviously, huge. Yes. But as far as predictive stuff, people talk about turnovers. Now, the interesting thing is that it's thought that turnovers are random, which is mostly true. And so it's thought that if you bet into situations where you expect that turnover, that historical turnover numbers are going to even out, that you'll probably make money. And that was true for a long time in the NFL. But since 2012, it's actually not the case. Since 2012, it's only a 50-50 proposition, actually 167 and 170 ATS, to bet on teams with a higher than a half turnover edge over their opponents.
Now, in
the
your
NFL.
opinion, Pete, what made that trend stop and then all of a sudden just go a different direction?
There's a lot of factors. First of all, even trends like this, there's a lot of variance involved and a lot of randomness anyway, right? Because it's a pretty big sample size, but still not a huge sample size. So a certain amount of that could be just dumb luck or dumb bad luck, depending on which way you're looking at it. The other thing is that this is an ATS record, so of course something that was known for many years to have an ATS advantage is not likely to hold that advantage, right?
Exactly. And that's normal anyway.
Yes, because because the word got out, people gave out that information for free, and then it wasn't valuable anymore because, so that's an ATS record. So it means that the ATS value of that factor alone was likely to move back down to 50-50.
Sure, that makes sense. And that makes a lot of sense, especially when you're dealing with, factors like injuries and things of that nature.
Nevertheless, turnovers are huge. And another guy makes a point, which is important. He says that discount turnovers in garbage time, like in the fourth quarter, which is key, which is another thing. So
very similar to backdoor covers and reasons for backdoor covers.
So when it comes to the NFL, because there are so few relatively few games compared to other sports, you really can look at each play and look at what it actually whether a turnover was fluky or whether it was something that was indicative of likely regression to the mean in the future. Another stat
what are
here.
Some of the comments or the stats.
Well, first let's go to you, Mike Brenner. What do you look at? Because I know you look at totally different kinds of factors.
I do, Pete. And again, I always look at injuries. Obviously, anybody's going to, but like the turnovers and things of that, trends and stats, I totally respect it. But for me, it's not a strength. I go on emotion and momentum, and that's what I really thrive on. And it's played out more, to my side than it hasn't. And a lot of it has to do with things like Tom Brady. Things like Matt Ryan, the offensive line. Do you know, number one, this offensive line has played together the most consistently all through the season than anybody else in the NFL. The number 2 offensive line that has done the same is the Patriots. All right, those are interesting factors I look into, for different reasons. But I think about the turnovers. I don't look deep into it though, Pete. I go off emotion and momentum and who's got the edge, and who is absolutely just not even thinking about anything but getting either revenge or just making a wrong right, something like that. They've been key factors for me.
Well, and the other big advantage of what you do is that it's very, very hard for statistical modelers to model your factors that you're looking at. It's a lot harder to do. So whatever edge you wind up, figuring out for yourself is likely to be there for a long period of time, as opposed to statistics that are very highly quantifiable. The value there is likely to disappear over
time. I have to agree. Last week I met with someone very, very high up in Pinnacle, and when he learned about what I do and how I do it, he said the same exact thing. He said, we can't gauge that. We cannot measure that.
Yes.
And he really likes that as far as, from my side, but on his side. But he said the same exact thing.
Yeah. So, and other, nevertheless, these factors are always, even just from an interesting, just from an intellectual perspective, because I like looking at this stuff just to learn about them.
You just love breaking anything down.
I do. Yeah. Another interesting stat that was cited here was yards on first down, basically. Yards on first down, passing yards and rushing yards on first down, respectively, because obviously if that's something that you do well, obviously your decisions on second and third down, you have a lot more flexibility. I have seen that this guy in this thread is claiming that also regresses to the mean, that teams that do well on or poorly on their yards per first down numbers will tend to regress. I believe him that he says that. I just haven't.
And again, that's
myself.
factored on a full season. When you get to a game, you got one more game. That's it. It's the Super Bowl. I even think some of those stats and everything else. There's so much emotion and momentum in this game, just from the player's standpoint, that it's hard to factor that in, Pete. It's hard to gauge that. A lot of these numbers and things, what they do on first down, a lot of that changes now because you got coaches that are looking at a whole different game plan, because this is it. This is when you have got to do your job, find out what game plan is going to suit you. And for instance, I know for sure that New England is trying to find a way to just keep Matt Ryan off the field as much as possible. All right, so whether he's throwing on first down or running, all right, defensively, what are they doing to make sure that their goal is reached, which is keeping him off, and if anything, settle for some field goals.
Yeah. All right. And this thread that I'm looking at right now is at SBR Forum, so you can find that one in the think tank. And all right. So Mike Brenner, get ready. I'm going to start trying to price out some props and hopefully have some props to give everyone that I think have value at least by Friday at the latest.
I'm looking at some as well, and I think it's going to be interesting.
And we're going to of course, Mike Brenner and I, we've already got official on the under. We're going to give our official side picks on Friday, and then we're going to be where in Punta Cana, right?
We will be in Punta Cana
on Saturday.
I cannot wait. Throwing a big bash. Don't miss it. SBR throws it every year, and this year we're going to step it up a level, baby. I can't wait. It's been a good season, Pistol Pete.
Definitely for you, Mike Brenner. Up 30 units in our show.
I had somebody beat me up today for my basketball. I'm going. I'm on a slump right now. Bottom line, it's cyclical and it happens. And then he goes, football. He did the same thing. Well, you know what? At football, if I'm up 30 units I think I did my job. I know I made some money. So again, I know that sometimes these haters, they put so much into it when we get hot. I get that, but God bless America. It's about bankroll management. You don't let the downs take you down. You don't let the highs take you too high. You got to find that freaking balance, Pete.
Right. But also part of our job. I mean, the main thing that we do, that we're here, is not that we give out winning picks. It's that we're willing to sit here and take the abuse.
Absolutely. We don't charge anything. Try giving that abuse to the guy you just send $2,000 for a package that never calls you back. But you know what though? I love the haters just like I love our teammates, and we got some great teammates.
All right, Mike Brenner. So we'll be back later on this week with more football videos for the upcoming Super Bowl.
Looking forward to it.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.